So today we are going to replace the wheels around the dome. The new wheels are a different size, smaller, well actually there's a slightly larger hub inside them. They're also much wider. So let's first try and get the old ones off, and then we'll forge ahead with replacing the new one. So what we've got is the bolt that cover, the wheel, the hub, bolt, and this large washer. I'm not sure if we're going to need the large washer, probably not, because the new ones are slightly differently configured. But we'll store these away. I'll show you what the new ones look like. Alright, so the new makeup is this bolt, followed by a washer, cover, axle, wheel, cover, washer, bolt. So, or nut. So the only difficulty is the hole that's in here is slightly too small. So I'm going to have to drill it out, make it a tiny bit larger to fit our screw, our bolt. Everything is a very much tighter fit. In fact, everything is just almost not able to go through. At all. So just trying to get this on requires this to be all the way flush out to be able to even get on there. There you go. That's extraordinarily tight tolerance compared to the old one, which I think is a good thing. Let's have that on. Cool. One down, 7 to go. So, just by point of comparison, that is the old wheel, and that is the new wheel. So, we're talking a fairly substantive difference in terms of the width, but diameter-wise, they're pretty much the same. Not sure if the difference is just the wear on this compared to this, but there's a hell of a lot more grip either way when you look at it from that perspective. The difficulty we're going to have while we're fitting these is that there's no way of getting in behind here unless we turn the dome. So we have to turn the dome, then undo the dome support ring in order to get behind it to hold the screw. So let's move it across. Okay, so we've changed all 8 wheels. The motors are still in the house because I have to still put them together. But just want to see if I just push this around manually, what kind of effort there is, just to get a rough feel for if we've got anything binding up. So it's going to be hard to tell, but hopefully it just goes along finger touch. It feels like there is a point where it was getting jammed last time that it is still a little bit harder to push. It's also a little bit hard for me to judge because I have the computer and stuff there, so I can't reach quite as far and get as much leverage. But let's just go back the other way, which is what we did when it failed. And this was the point where it jammed. Gets a tiny bit harder. Yeah, there is about where it's a little bit hard to push. However, alright, actually I'm going to call that a bit of a fail because I didn't lock the door properly, so that may be that may have actually had something to do with it not feeling quite right there. Let me just keep that tight and I'll try again. Honestly, it feels a tiny bit better, but hard to know. The main thing that we're going to do though is make sure that when we put the motors on, that we end up with a little bit more traction, because the belt won't be completely wrecked. And in addition, the belts will be on the wheels better, and we'll have some better tension on them. So, going to get into repairing the motor assemblies, putting the new wheels and belts on, and see where we end up at the end of that.